Good morning, everybody. Thank you for stopping in. So today I'm going to be showing you how to do a 4 high mod on the 99 through 02 and I believe the 2000 through 2006 Tahoes with the same front end. I've actually already done it. I did a terrible job of doing it when I did it. It works, but I'm not happy with how it looks. So we're going to go through everything. It's very easy. Doesn't cost you hardly anything. You just need a couple butt connectors, a couple ring terminals, and some black 16, 18 gauge wire. That's pretty much it. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is obviously pull the headlights out. On these trucks it's really easy. Just a couple of these pins, you just twist them and they pop out. Your high beams are the middle, your low beams are the outside, and basically all we're doing is grounding out the ground to the chassis permanently. So every time your headlights come on, the low beams just stay on. And when you hit high beams, they'll stay on, and basically your low beams always on, high beams on and off. So this is pretty much all we're going to be using. Some wire cutters, butt connectors. I ripped the plastic off of them because I want to use some heat shrink tubing to make sure they don't get any corrosion in them. And these are the same size gauge ring terminals, just different openings depending on the kind of size bolt we find, and just some. It's a 16 gauge, but it's thicker than what is on the truck. It doesn't matter, you can go thicker with the ground, doesn't really make a difference. As long as it's the same size or bigger, you're good. So probably 18 gauge would work good too. I just have 16 gauge, that's what we're gonna use. And before we get too far into this, I want to kind of go back to the year. This is a 99 through 02 mod. I'm not sure on the Tahoes because the Tahoes kept this front end all the way through 2006. The Silverado's changed in 03. The 03 through 06 is a lot more simple. All you have to do is buy a little chip and do something with your relays. It does it all for you, no working or wiring involved. These trucks, you can actually do it to it as well. The same thing though, there's just a little module you splice into the headlights. I believe you could do it this way as well, but the piece is pretty cheap at Summit for the 88 through 98 trucks. So as far as this goes, it definitely works for 99 through 02. You'd have to do some research on the Tahoes, and actually I'll probably look that up before I finish the video and let you guys know. But anyway, on my truck, the yellow is the ground, same on both sides. I trimmed this one a little short because I think I had the little module that plugged in there, and it uses the quick connect. So I'm just gonna get rid of the spot that was poking through, clean it up. You just add more ground wire to it. So next thing we're going to do is find a place to ground it. You would think right here would be good, but this is all plastic. Well, this is metal, but it's on plastic right here. You can ground right here if you'd like. I'm probably not going to do that because I don't want it to show. So I'm going to find a spot down here, maybe right there. That might be a good spot. Or you can get underneath the truck and find the ground. On this side there's a ground on the frame right there. This guy. For this side we do not have one, so I'll probably end up using that bolt up there for the passenger side. Apologize for the wind noise, I live in a desert. But we got that crimped. I'm going to slide the heat shrink over it, shrink it up, and then we'll measure the wire to a good ground spot, and we'll clip it, put the ring terminal on it. So we got the wire all tucked back into the factory loom, at least down to there. I measured it out where it reaches right there. Got heat shrink on it, so everything's black and doesn't none of the colors stick out. Everything's black in there, so it all matches. This was a blue ring terminal, you saw earlier. Now we just gotta sandwich it in there and bolt it back down. All right, one side done. So before I guess we got half of it put back together. Let's see if it works. So assuming everything is done correctly, turn the headlight switch on, the low beam will come on. Hit the high beams, the low beams will stay on. The high beam will come on as well. Sweet, looks good. So now we're going to go to the other side. Same procedure, find a good spot to ground it out. Wherever you want to, it's really up to you. It needs to be a good solid mount, you know, good bare metal. That's why I didn't really want to do it up there. You don't want to scratch any of the paint off to get to it. But yeah, somewhere where it's nice and hidden, you don't see wires everywhere. Just take your time, do it right. Not like me the first time. I did not do it right, and now I'm just fixing it. But yeah. I'm a lot more happy with how that looks than my old setup. I didn't even want to show you guys. It was pretty embarrassing, but that is more of the correct way to do it, not what I did. But yeah, I use a good solid wire. 16s was bigger than the factory wiring, so 18 would probably be fine, but whatever you got, one of those two. I'll take a look at this real quick. Maybe we can do it to this truck as well. I did do the 4-high mod on my 90 and 92. But they sell a little box. You just crimp into the factory wiring and it does it for you. But again, this was free. I mean, almost free. I had the parts, and even if you were to buy the crimpers, the butt connectors or whatever, it's still pretty darn cheap. Okay, after doing a little bit of research, I don't know if this method will work for the 03 through 06 Tahoe, Silverado, whatever, because they did change the wiring harnesses and the fuse box in a little bit. It's still super easy. It's about a $20 part to do it for both of these. This is a little, like I said, a little box that you clip in somewhere. I forgot where because it's been so long. And this one, you pull a couple relays out, set this little tray thing in there, and then the relays slide through it, and it connects them somehow, so it makes it 4-high, or if you have fog lights, it's 6-high mod. I don't have fog lights, so this is a 4-high mod for me. But yeah, that's how you do it. Nice, simple, easy thing to do to give you better vision at night. For those of you, I mean, who doesn't want to be able to see better? This is perfectly legal. You can have 4 lights on at a time. The 6-high mod might be illegal. From what I understand, you're allowed to have 4 lights on at a time. So if you have low beams on, that's when your fog lights are on. If you did the 6-high mod, they would all stay on and be 6. But then again, you turn them off when people are coming, so you have those anyway. However, if this is your setup, it's perfectly legal. You have 2 on each side, low, high, you know, whatever. So I've done it. I had this done for, like, first thing I did to my truck when I got it. Did it a long time ago, and it's worked perfectly ever since I did it. So yeah, there's that. Thank you for stopping in. You see we got some LS stuff going on. My wife's getting a new truck. My wife's truck is getting new tires. Got a whole bunch of wiring I got to go through. This is going to be for something. It's probably be my wife's engine for the 65 pickup. So we got to get one more LS. That block is cracked. That's no good. But we ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff off of it. So that's fine. This is my 98. If you guys are new, I put a 5.3 in it. I'm working out the kinks. It drives great. There's a couple things I'm trying to mess with. Like that fuel gauge is pretty much the only thing that doesn't work. 4-wheel drive, cruise control, RPM, speedometer, everything functions perfectly. This guy is going to be getting bigger injectors and a transmission whenever I sell this. This will be up for sale in the near future. But that's going to be it. Check out my Instagram. It's Endless Wishlist 6.0. We are rapidly approaching 5,000 subscribers, and you guys have been around for a while. You know, every 1,000, at least up until this point, we've done a giveaway for a free throttle body porting from my friend 454 Chewy. If you've not heard of him, go check him out. He's ported all my stuff. He does a really good job. He's made a lot of power. And I'm thinking that this giveaway, we're going to have 2 winners. We've had 1 winner every time. This time, I believe, first place will be a throttle body porting service from him. So you just send him the throttle body, and then I'll pay for it. And he sends it back to you. You just have to have a throttle body to send to him. And in second place, we'll have a Summit gift card. So check me out there if you want to be a part of that. That's going to do it. So take care, and I will see you guys next time.